Hey, so do you remember the drummer from the 2003 Christina Aguilera stripped tour? Well, it wasn't me. Maybe could have been, sort of. It's kind of a long story, but one of my favorite stories to tell. So it's 2002, and I'm done at the Drummers Collective. I'm back at home in Canada, and I'm looking for a gig. And at that time, the rock and roll teacher at the Drummers Collective was a guy by the name of Sandy Gennaro. And if you know who Sandy Gennaro is, he played with Joan Jett, Cyndi Lauper, a band called Blackjack, which was Michael Bolton's first band, and he was out on tour with Davy Jones from the Monkees. So Sandy said to me when I was at the collective, he said, Marty, if you ever need any help finding a gig or anything I can do for you, just let me know. All right, I'm there for you. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I emailed Sandy. I'm like, hey, Sandy, I'm looking for a gig. All I can find is cruise ship stuff. Any ideas? And Sandy says, phone record companies and see who's going out on tour. I'm like, okay. So I go to Chapters and I found this book, this directory. It was about this thick of all the record companies in the world. It had all the information, addresses, phone numbers, whatever. So I start doing a search and I find out that Christina Aguilera is going out on tour, joint tour with Justin Timberlake, which sounds pretty amazing. And her record company's RCA Records, right? So I phone up RCA, look them up in the book, phone them up, and I get this answering machine that says, go away, don't call us, we're not interested. Because, they probably get a lot of calls from songwriters, wannabes, whatever, right? Like myself. So okay, fine, whatever. But I'm like, what's next? Let's see, Christina Aguilera Management. And so I find out what the management company is. And so I look up that management company online and I find the phone number. So I phone it and I say, well, I can't just say, hey, I'm some kid from Canada and I want a gig, hire me. So I'm like, okay, my name is Marty. I am from New York. I was just hanging out with my friend Sandy Gennaro, and he's out on tour with Davy Jones from the Monkees. And he said, Christina's going out on tour. I'd be good for the gig. I'm looking to audition for the band. And she said, well, we're a management company. We don't do that here. You need to try and phone her personal manager. And she gives me the phone number. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to phone the personal manager then. So I hang up the phone, pick it up, dial again, and I call up the personal manager. And so another young lady answers the phone, and she's really, really nice. And she says, how can I help you? And I tell the same story. Hey, I'm from New York. I'm up in Canada now, visiting my parents. But I talked to Sandy. Sandy said, you guys are going on a tour with Christina Aguilera, and I'm just looking to see if I can audition for the band. She says, oh, we don't do that here. You need to call Ricky Minor. And if you know who Ricky Minor is, he was a band leader on American Idol, Christina Aguilera, Whitney Houston maybe, and even on the Tonight Show at some point. And she gives me the phone number and she says, phone him. I'm like, oh my God, okay, thank you. Trying to not be freaked out. So finally, I dialed the most important phone number I've ever received in my life. And the super nice receptionist answered the phone. And I say, hey, my name is Marty B. I'm from New York. I'm just up in Canada visiting my family, but I'm looking for a gig. Friends with Sandy Gennaro, blah, 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 the same thing. And I heard that you guys are putting the band together for Christina's tour. And she says, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, but Ricky is now done with that. And I'm like, no. She says, yeah, but I'll tell you what, Ricky's in a session right now, but I can get him to phone you back as soon as he is done. Do you want me to do that? And I'm in shock because this girl's so nice. And who am I? I'm nobody, okay? But she thinks I'm somebody because I have this number somehow, right? So she's like, look, do you want me to get Ricky to phone you back? I'm like, at this point, I'm totally in shock. So I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I'll reach out again. Thank you. Hang up the phone, take a deep breath. And I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe how close that was. If I'd only maybe done it a week before, I could have gotten an audition for the Stripped tour of 2003. Now, Brian, I can't remember Brian's last name, but he's the drummer that did that gig. And he's done tons of stuff with Ricky. So there's probably zero chance of me getting that gig or even an audition for that matter. But I'll tell you what, a lot can happen with a little bit of persistence. So yeah, I got a few stories like that, but that's my favorite. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.